Hello, we are Edmwarriors and today we're gonna talk about history. That's right, history of ghost production. We did some research to find out how ghost production became so popular. In this video, we will look at the development of ghost producing throughout the years. Let's go! We would like to approach this topic by making a very blunt statement. A historic fact lacking in popularity among the masses. Ever since we became the enlightened human beings we are today, writing poems, making paintings, and composing music, people have been using services provided by ghostwriters, producers, and more of a kind. The ghost production business didn't just spring into existence in the wake of Martin Garrix and Nicky Romero. Just the opposite. It's been an integral part of the music business for as long as music in its commercial form exists. It traces back to the 18th century when royalty and other powerful patrons hired eminent maestros like Mozart to produce unique musical pieces. During that time, it was a common practice for privileged families to commission a composer to have original music at their weddings, births, and other life events. Co-creators were widely accepted in the classical period, and it was common for renowned composers to ask their students or family members to aid their work. Historians were interested in the subject, which spawned a plethora of stories and rumors. By example, that time when Michael Haydn had to finish a musical piece but got ill, Michael was having problems with his client because of the delay. When his friend Mozart found out about the situation, he completed the work in no time so that Michael could get paid. Did Mozart get paid? Or the story about Fanny Mendelssohn. She was a reasonably accomplished and prolific female composer who had a few pieces of hers attributed to her famous brother Felix. Back in the days, it wasn't great fun to be a female artist. Her songs in his opus 8 and 9 were attributed to him, probably so that they would sell better. So, throughout history, there have been many cases of people passing off their own works as those of famous composers. And their motivation was usually financial. Fast forward to this day, ghost producing has grown so prevalent, especially among artists on large labels, that almost every top charting album has some ghostwriter's input added. Take for example the well-known case of Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style album that's been co-ghost produced and then argued about between ghost producers themselves. Or Will Smith's Grammy-winning breakout hit Getting Jiggy With It, infamously co-written with Nash. You're probably well aware of the suspicion around Tiesto's entire discography secretly contributed by Dennis Waakop. And the fact that Jay-Z is the ghost writer of Dr. Dre's signature hit Still DRE is a secret to no one. Over the years, mainstream EDM has come under fire for various reasons. The most criticism was directed at the top chart DJs for their excessive use of ghost producers. The tipping point was in 2012 when the term ghost producer blew up, and famous composers and DJs started revealing more about the mysterious nature of ghost production. For instance, Martin Garrix was one of the first brave artists who shared that before his hit Animals, he ghost produced another top track for Spinning Records, obviously not under his name. It wasn't long until the #1 DJ for 2013, Hardwell, also decided to come clean on the same matter, sharing that he offered such services and never felt wrong about having hits at the top Beatport chart signed by someone else's moniker. New times require new approaches. Right now, a growing amount of rising artists use ghost production services. It has become so common due to the way our artistic and promotional environment has changed. For example, ghost production services take an essential part of many DJs' production strategies. A decade ago, EDM ghost production was classified as a taboo in the public eye. We are now witnessing how it is getting normalized, one step at a time. It's often easy to see why people hire ghost creators. Globalization and the digital shift in the music industry played a critical role. The demand for ghost producers got bigger in the electronic dance music scene, as EDM has gotten more popular over time. Some of the biggest names in the field hire ghost composers to help them achieve successful careers. To stay relevant in the contemporary music system that's currently based on getting playlisted and subscribed to, DJs have no choice but to release new stuff at least a few times a year. There is still a high barrier to entry for becoming a full-time music producer. In this case, ghost production helps musicians earn money by doing what they love the most, until they develop as professionals, establish their names, and have a steady income. Today there is a thriving group of people whose sole occupation is to compose music for others. Whether they are categorized as ghost or public, music producers are a dynamic living part of the music business, an essential component in the chain that not only supplies, but also demands. The well-known never-ending cycle of money, resources, and goods exchange, like every other industry. There is nothing scary about it. If you enjoyed our video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to our channel. If you want to find out more about ghost production, you can check out the rest of our videos. Get ready, because we've prepared more. See you soon!